Okay, guys, now we are going live. Sometimes, like other people can listen to us on Spotify too, or here on YouTube. So you are watching or listening. We are in the immersion. It's a conversation, a safe place to talk. Today we are talking.
Hello,
I
everyone.
I think I clicked on the wrong button. And I left the meeting instead of closing the window, but it's okay. I'm back, guys. So we're live, these things happen, So this is the immersion. We're going to talk in English 100% of the time. Today we are talking about the new year. And this is a place where we don't correct one each other. It's not a class, it's just a conversation. All right. So please, guys, be respectful. And the most important thing is to enjoy. If you don't know a word, if you don't know how to say something, you can ask the other talkers for help. And if we don't know the word, we can Google it and it's okay. All right. We are here to learn together. Nobody here is going to teach you or something like this. We don't have this structure of class. Now we have with us also Fernanda and Dr. Vincenzo. Hello, guys.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm great, thanks. Is it your first time, Vincenzo?
Yes, it's my first time.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Can you introduce yourself, please? Who are you?
Okay, I'll see if I can. So, my name is Victor. I am 25 years old. And as I can see in my name, I'm a lawyer. So, I studied English for 2 years. And it was a long time ago. It was 2014, I guess.
Mhm.
So, I went to the college, so I had to stop studying English. Now I'm back. Now I'm returning studying English.
That's good. Welcome back. Welcome aboard here on TNT. This is an immersion. We're going to talk in English 100% of the time. I am Bruna. I work here as a community manager and I am the hostess. I am the one responsible for like guiding the meeting and make sure everybody's going to have the chance to talk. All right.
Okay. I would like to say sorry about my name. It's Doctor. It seems rude, but I don't know how I can take it out
I
because
can.
I use my tablet that I use for
Is it
work.
Victor or Victor?
It's Victor.
Victor. Okay, I will change
I
it for
use the
you.
doctor because no, I use this tablet for work. So I don't know how to put it off.
It's okay.
for
I
for
just
the next time, I'll figure it out.
It's okay. It's okay. No problem at all. So I have just shared the questions with you guys. Now we are live on YouTube. We can get started. Well, there are 10 talkers, which is a lot. So I'm going to split us in the breakout rooms. All right. In the breakout room, please choose someone to read the questions and make sure everybody's going to have the chance to talk a little bit. You don't need to go through all the questions. Okay. So if the time is not enough to answer everything, it's okay. The main goal is to talk. Don't forget, we have to like split the time a little bit, so don't talk too much, like just use your sense. I think it's okay. And don't correct your classmates, the other talkers. Just be nice. All right. If you need any help in the breakout room, there is a button called ask for help down below, and you can click there, and if you need any help, I can go to the room. All right. Do you guys have any questions? Can I split you? I talked a lot. It's time for you to talk. We usually start introducing ourselves, so please don't forget to start doing it. And we're going to start, all right? Since it's Victor's first time, I'm gonna have him with me here in the main room. Oh my God, I don't know. Let me see. The other guys are going to the breakout room too. So I'm gonna have Victor and the other, and Guilherme too, because it's his first time with me. And let's see how it's going to work, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it and see you in a few minutes. At 5:50, I will close the rooms and then we are coming back to the main room to talk and check how it was. Okay, let's go enjoy it, guys. Alrighty, so I have here with me in the main room, Bia, Victor, and Guilherme. Can I call you Gui? Is it okay for you? Yeah, as you can see, I like calling people by their nicknames. So I hope it's okay for you guys. So let's start by introducing ourselves. Gui, can you please share with us who you are, where you are from, what you do, and everything about you, your hobbies?
Oh, let's go. I'm Guilherme and live in Brasília, Distrito Federal, but I was born in Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais. I work with product manager in big startups. And I need to practice my English very, because the company will start next month, have other units in the world, and English is very considerate in the company. And yes.
So it's going to be necessary for you, like mandatory, you will need English, right? Okay.
Yeah, I write and read very well, but conversation is until not okay.
Yeah, you are at the right place, and you are doing it, so it's just about time for you to feel more comfortable and confident. It's definitely it's all about time. Thank you so much. Let's hear from Bia now. And you, Bia, who are you?
Yes, so my name is Bia. I live in Sweden, in Stockholm, but I was born and raised in São Paulo, and I'm 28 years old, and I work here as a backend developer. That's it.
That's really nice. Very good. Welcome aboard, Dan, and really good to have you here with us. And Victor has already introduced himself, but Victor, would you like to share with us like how you got here on TNT, like where you found us, and what are your hobbies? A little bit more about you.
Okay, I'll be fast. I found it. I was trying to use the Cambly application, this website Cambly. So I'll be honest, it is you need a lot of money to use that website. It's so expensive. So I was looking for cheaper opportunities and with a better community, with Brazilians that we can talk. So I found this website, and I think it's awesome. So what else I can say about myself? I'm a lawyer, 25 years old. I came back studying because I'm not sure about my future. Today is gonna be complicated for me to talk, but I'm not sure about my future.
Okay.
Maybe I'm moving to Europe. Maybe I'll work with immigration. I don't know yet. So what I'm gonna do now, since the college end, And for hobby, I like to practice martial arts. I think that's all.
That's awesome. Very good. Very good. That's nice. And it's good to know you are already thinking it's awesome. And we haven't started yet. Like we are just introducing ourselves. So it's good to know that. And I am Bruna, guys. I work here on TALKNTALK as a community manager. I like dancing. I like listening to music. I just love music. I love podcasts too. Yeah, I am really talkative, communicative, and I'm here to help you guys. If you need anything, count on me. If you need any help, support, or something like this, I am here to help you. All right. I think that's it about me. And now we can get started. Let's start talking about our year. Well, since this is the business meeting, the second question it's about a company. So let's see. When do you guys think a company should start planning for the next year? And of course, you can also share with us when you started planning your next year in terms of job and of your work. When do you usually start doing it? Bia, let's start with you.
Yeah, I think it's the year before, like in the last quarter, I think it could be a good way to planning the next year. Like I think like Guilherme work as a PM, so and I work as a developer. So I think most companies, like in tech, at least in the tech areas, they planning the next year in a quarter of the year before. So I think it would be nice.
That's all. Yeah, that's awesome. You know what? I started like working here on TNT like this year. So we started planning the next year last month too, and we are of course learning how to do it. But it's a great tip, and we learn by making making mistakes here. So it's good to hear some tips from you too. Thank you so much, Dia, for sharing. And Yugi, what do you think? When is the best time to do it?
And usually in startups, the plan is quarter, and every 3 months has planning for the next quarter. Então, how I say, then the planning is in quarter and not year, and usually I planning next quarter every 2 months.
I
You
got you.
understand me?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, very good, very good. That's nice. Thank you so much for sharing. And you, Victor, what do you think? Do you agree with the guys? Have you ever seen this in like a different way? How do you see it?
I'll say about my world is a little bit different. When you talk about a law office, you can't expect much. You know, things happen. You call a lawyer. Of course, the court has his schedule and respect that court schedule, but you can prevent the things that happen. You know, you just go and work. I guess that's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's a good point, because it's like a different area. So you can't plan everything, right? Like some things you just need to not wait, but like, yeah, wait. I think you guys got it. Yeah. Very
Yes, of course,
good.
there's some proxies they have their course, but in majority of time we can't reveal what's gonna happen. So.
Mhm. Very good, very good. Thank you so much. Guys, now we are talking about the strategies to set goals. So we already know when and how can we do it? What are the best strategies to do that? Let's start with you, Guy. What do you think?
Oh, sorry, my
The
internet's very
It's okay if you want to
today.
keep the
You can
keep the camera
repeat,
off.
please.
Of course, if you want to keep the camera off, it might help. It's the third question. What are some good ways or good strategies to set your goals? Now that we have already talked about the time,
Uhum. And, bom, just analyze and I collect the data and planning the next features for uh, the consumers and users and the users.
Can you turn your camera off? Just like with the
And
mic to see, because it's freezing a lot.
you can you
Let's see, guys. I will type it here. That you can see it. I think, I don't know if he finished it, but we couldn't understand, right? So yeah, he left. Okay. Let's hear from you, Victor. What do you think?
I think the first thing you have to do is make a question to yourself. What do I need to change? What do I need to improve? You know? That's the first thing that I like to do. This year, what I'm going to learn or do differently. So personally, I like to write it down. I take a pen and a note and start writing things that I want to change and improve. I think that's the great first step to do it.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, like think of the goals first, right? And then plan. Yeah, good. I think here what we've been trying to do is, I think it's like similar to what you were saying, is to understand the priorities and the places we want to be in the future. So this year we intended to have more presidential meetings, and we've been organizing ourselves in order to do this. So we are setting the goals and organizing things according to where we want to be, what are our priorities. And I think this is the best idea, set priorities and what is important for the company, and then plan according to it. How about you, Bia? What do you think about it?
I know there are some methodologies to help us to set some goals, but this is a hard question.
Yeah, can you name them? Like, do you know how it works?
Kind of. I know there's some OKRs, like at the companies they use OKRs, and I know that this kind of methodology help us to achieve these goals. But good strategies to set, I think, is at the time is depend on of the market, because sometimes we are planning something and and something come up and we have to change the strategy due to the market. So I think depends what the company wants to achieve.
Good point. Good point. Yeah, and I just like we were saying, every company is like different, right? So it's hard to say like do this and do that, right? Yeah, it's complex. Yeah.
I think sorry.
Go ahead. It's okay.
Like for how can I say retail companies, they probably will increase the sales or something. Sometimes it's a strategy to set one goal, for example.
Yeah, definitely. Or like maybe also like think on strategic dates to, like, oh, by the end of the year, like we can do something like this, or I don't know, in the middle of the year, I don't know, like we can use some like strategic holidays in order to sell things, right? So it really depends, right?
Yeah, and probably they want to grow as a company, so maybe this is a kind of strategy.
Very good, very good. And Bia, let's keep with you in the next one. What do you think should be involved when like in this planning process?
I think it depends. Like when we are talking about a company, we know that there are some areas need to be involved, like the areas, the goals that areas will work on it or will affected by. So yeah, kind of this some areas.
Yeah, this question is really hard. I think it depends. Maybe every team should have some goals, for themselves, I think. And it's important, to know where you are going, like what are the priorities for the year. So maybe like each team should be involved in their own planning. There is something we've been doing here on TNT that is, I think in English it's called PDP, like professional development, personal professional development, something like this, which is nice, because we are setting some goals for ourselves and for our own journey. Of course, the company is going to grow with us, right? Because when we are like studying and like focused on our career, the company grows also with us. So this should be like something else. If your team is not setting any goals, like for you, like set goals for yourself, because it's important to develop ourselves, I think. The way I see it. Yeah. And you, Victor, what do you think about it? Who should be involved in this planning process?
First, the first question you asked me was how I found this website. I forgot to mention. I saw a YouTube video about a girl. The name is Polyglot something. I don't know if she's from the team.
I know.
Yes, I thought it's important to mention. So I don't know who should be involved in. I guess maybe the chief departments of all the chief departments at least. I guess the main goal is everyone being involved, but that's impossible. But at least the chief departments.
Very good, very good. Yes, I totally agree with you. That's great. Well, let's see the next one. This is a good question. What should the companies do to engage employees in the working months when traditionally people would prefer to go on vacation, like December and January? These are tough months, right? I think because we are in this slow rhythm, like a lot of people are on vacation. So how can we be engaged by this time of the year? And of course, you guys can share with us if you had vacation or not, if you are like working on non-stop. So let's hear from you first, Victor. What do you think?
If I say money incentive, are you going to judge me? How the enterprises do in those days, right? They do money incentives, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that enterprises do.
Yeah.
But I guess that you can also, create a better workspace. Example, I can mention Google Workspace. I don't know if you have ever saw this, but no, it's a great ambient of work. So it's not having going to work. You don't say, "Oh my God, I'm going to do work." No, you go, "Okay, I'm going to work." No, that's a great place. Maybe that's a strategy.
Yeah, to have like a comfortable place to work at, like a nice environment, right? Yeah,
Yes, yes.
it's a good tip. But I was thinking here, maybe of course, if it's a company that usually like profits by this time of the year, and that like really needs this engagement, then it's okay. But in general, we should slow down a little bit, right? Like we work the entire year, why shouldn't we? Why can't we have some time, like not off, but just slow things a bit. I don't know. I really don't know how to answer this, but I want to know from you, Bia, what do you think?
It's an interesting question because here in Sweden, we have vacation in June, July, and we have like 25 work days of vacation. So you can take like the entire the vacations off. So you will be on vacation for like 1 month and a half, almost. And here in Sweden, most part of the people take off the vacations in June and July. So it's very common because of the summer. and everybody wants to enjoy the summer. So I know there are some stores here that they close to the summer, due to the summer. But for example, at my company, I work in a tech area, so we have to, like, my manager have to deal with it and negotiate some days, because not everybody how can I say, not everybody wants to take these vacations off, or like my manager needs to manage this as well. But it's an interesting question.
Yes, it is, and I am like thinking here, you know, because of course, for example, if we are talking about like December, that is like usually the month like we slow down a little bit here, like, and we are on vacation. If all the companies like closed, there won't be any place to sell stuff or to, you know, so I don't know.
Yeah,
how
it was a good you mentioned that in the end of the year, like in my team, we are in 6 people, and only 2 of them worked in the last 2 weeks of the year. So at least 2 people is good to be online, or like not on vacation, because if something breaks, there's somebody that can fix.
Yeah, just like we are doing here, you know, like we usually have much more immersions, but now we are just like with few meetings because of the recess and everything. So I feel you. Very good, Bia. Thank you so much for sharing. Couldn't agree more with you. Let's see, guys. I wanna skip to question number 8. Do you apply any of the planning strategies you learned at work in your personal life? And of course, we can talk also about your years, if you are setting some goals for this year. Victor mentioned he's not. So Victor, share with us, like, did you take anything from law school to your personal life? Share with us.
Yes, trust nobody. I'm just kidding.
What about the planning part?
Sorry, I have to.
It's okay, it's okay.
I got you. Sorry. About the planning, I guess I'm very obsessed about the schedule. You know, I like to look to my week and play all the days what I'm going to do. I guess I took it from law school.
That's great. That's great. And how do you usually plan your day? You know, do you have like a planner and agenda? Do you use websites, apps?
I know I'm so late. I'm very lazy. I have to say it. So I have to fight this laziness inside of me. So I like to put, I have a board on my desk. So I put all the times, all the days, and try to follow this. Try to avoid the no to be late to be. I try to avoid the problem that I have. The laziness, right?
I feel you. Yeah. No, it's okay. Like no judgment here. It's definitely a safe place. You know, I am a bit disorganized. I know there is a blur here, but these are clothes. You know, so my bedroom is messy. So yeah, it's okay, Victor. We have our flaws. You know, no problem. And Jubia, what, like, because I know that like tech usually has some methodologies and procedures, right? Like, could you use this in your personal life?
Kind of. I like to use like a calendar to planning my week, but in general, like since 2 years ago, I've started to planning my not year but like semester, and I try to revisiting those just to check if I'm doing a good way. But I try to plan myself, but not so much, just to not be on a, how can I say, very strict. But yeah, I like to use Google Calendar to see the week. Even when I need to like take some medicine, I like to put on my calendar to not forget. And I like
Right.
to check them. So I use another application app just to mark as a done.
It's so like pleasant, right? Like when you see the check, I love it.
Yes.
Very good. Well, guys, I think for me, this is a difficult question. I think most of the things I learned and then I like tried to use or apply it in my work life. Actually, like I use it to use Notion by myself, and then I brought it to the company. Like, guys, what do you think about like using Notion? And then we've been using it, and it's great. So I think with me it was a bit the opposite. But something that all the companies I have worked have always used was calendar to just like Bia was saying, like because of the meetings, appointments, and it's being really good and helpful. But I also have like a planner where I like to write down because I don't check the calendar all the time, so the planner helps me. And yeah, I think that's it. That's it. Planner and also calendar and Notion. These are my best things to organize myself. The next question is good too. For you, in your perspective, what is the hardest part about planning? Bia, let's start with you. What is the hardest part?
To follow the planning. Because sometimes it's hard to follow it, and you have to deal with when you don't, how can I say, when you can't do the things in a good way, not in a good way, but sometimes you don't have time or you don't have energy or whatever. But I think to follow the planning is hard sometimes.
Yes, I think this is my biggest challenge to be consistent. And I think this is my goal for this year. Like I set some goals that I need to be consistent and trust the process. This is really, really hard. And I totally agree with you. The hardest part is not setting the goal, but continuing doing what I planned. Yeah, very good. And you, Victor, what is the hardest part for you?
Teacher, first, I would like to say, how can I say evoluer in English? Evoluer. I
Evolve,
totally forgot. Evolve.
evolve. Hmm.
Evolve. Evolve? All right.
Yeah.
So, I agree with Beatrice. The hardest part is to, do what you're planning. But I guess that the changes are the worst part. There's a famous phrase that says, you can only improve if you change yourself. Um, so changing is hard, because sometimes to improve, you need to change what you're doing. You need to change the things that you're doing. So I think that changing when you talk about yourself is really hard. It's really hard.
Yes, boy, I couldn't agree more with you. At least for me, it's really difficult to change stuff. It's uncomfortable, right? So I think this is hard. Yeah, couldn't agree more with you. I am not good at dealing with changes. Definitely, I am bad. Guys, let's see. Regarding next one, number 10. Regarding your professional area, have you learned anything from the mistakes you made in 2022? That's this is a tough question. Let's start with you, Victor.
Oh god. So many learning this year. Yes, I learned a lot. I think leaving is school, right? I think you die learning stuff. You know, I think you learn from your mistakes, and I think it's wise you to learn with other people's mistakes too.
Very good, very good. Yes, learn with others. It's like definitely something good. I think for me, last year was a good year to learn how to ask for help. And that is definitely something I need to keep working on this year, to understand it's okay to ask for help. That I because most of the time I don't want to bother other people, so I try to do things on my own, and it takes a lot of time. And if I asked someone else, it would be faster, so this is definitely something I learned. And yeah, I think that's it. And how about you, Bia? Oh,
Sorry,
sorry, Victor. Sorry.
can
Go
I
ahead.
just say, okay,
Go
sorry,
ahead. Go
Beatrice.
ahead.
I guess the most important thing that I learned was about trusting people, about the friends that you have surround you. Because I tried to start a law firm with some friends from college, from law school, and people are different when we talk about money, we talk about work. People that you thought your friend, they aren't really your friend, right? So I had a lot of learning about friendship this last year.
Yes, this is bad. I'm sorry about that, and I'm sorry that you had bad experiences. And yeah, I think we learn who other other people are, like friendships. Like I don't wanna be around like people who don't care about me. So I feel you. Very good. Okay, Bia, now it's your time. Share with us.
Yeah, I know that I think I learn every day, but it's hard. I don't remember now which what I've learned from last year. Um yeah, like I think I start to be more patient with me, and at the same time I start to be more patient with others, because I don't know, I think it's at the same time, as you said, Bruna, uh I don't like to bother others, and I think sometimes when you it's only there and just help others, just listening, it helps a lot. And now I understood that how this is important in people that I can rely on, or vice versa. So yeah, I think it's good.
Definitely, definitely. Yes, very good. It was really nice what you said about patience, sure, this is a difficult thing, mainly like nowadays, that we are like so like focused on ourselves and doing things in a hurry, and we want things fast, right? And we you said something nice, like we are not like patient with ourselves, and it's worse with other people, right? Like, oh, if you did something, like I can't stand someone because they did something wrong. And yeah, really nice, really nice. Couldn't agree more with you, Bia.
Mhm.
Very good. Go ahead, do you
Yeah.
want to add?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember one thing, that at the same time everybody has their own pace time. So that's why you have to be patient with us and others.
Yes. That was beautiful, like you said
Um,
awesome stuff. Go ahead, Victor. Of course, guys, if you wanna interrupt and add things, just open the mic and say it, okay? You can do it.
okay, I guess you talk about patience. As a teacher, you have to be so patient, right? Uh, I was remember my teacher that taught me English when I was a teenager. She's going to heaven. She's definitely going to heaven. She was so patient
Yeah,
with everyone, right?
definitely. Another day I had a class about like most and biggest, and I asked my students, who is the most patient person, and they were like, it's your teacher. And I was like, oh, me? Oh
Yes,
yeah.
because because when you look for a teenager class, there are people like Beatrice that you see that want to learn, right? That goes well, but there are some guys they doesn't want to learn, right? They are there because their parents paid for the English classes, so they just go there and sit
Yeah.
there, So the teacher
Yeah.
needs patience, a lot of patience.
Yes. Thank God. Look, I love like teaching teenagers, they are really fun, but at the same time, I love being around adults. I must confess, I don't miss teenagers. So this is
That's
the
me.
good part. This is the good part about working here, because everyone is adult and it's good, Guys, I will add another question here. What is a character trait or skill that you would like to develop more this year? What is something you want to work on? Of course, you can also say if you want to take any courses. What are your professional goals for this year? Let's start with you, Victor. You said you are a bit lost, right? Share with us if you have any plans or give more
Yes,
details.
I guess I have to work my mind this year. Mm, get it stronger, right? For the things that happen in life. Because, um, you know, I'm 25 years old, but for the law world, I'm too young, right? So there are things that I can deal with. For example, last year I saw some pictures of people there that were dead, so it messed with me a little bit. So I'm trying to keep my mind, better for the plans that I have in the life. So I think this is my main goal this year.
Very good, very good. That's great. That's great. And yes, it's nice what you said, that uh, the concept of age when we are talking about work is so crazy, right? I have a friend, she's 26, and she always says, "Oh, I'm too old to work in this area." And she she's not, so it's nice what you said, because sometimes we feel we are old, but we are actually young and we have time, so I totally feel you. And you, Bia, share with us.
And yeah, you said something that I start to think now. I think everybody is learning every day, no matter what, but we are learning. But regarding the question, I think I would like to develop more confidence, and I don't know, maybe try new things and learn more about tech and grow as a how can I say a developer. Yeah.
Very good. How long have you been working as a developer?
Backend, as a developer, I've been working for more than 5 years, I guess. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. I think for me, the skill I want to develop, this is a tough question, right? Even though I am really communicative, like I talk a lot, most of the time I need to, now I don't work only as a teacher, but I also work as a community manager here. So of course I have one class only, but most of my time I've been working as a community manager, which means I need to talk to the talkers one-on-one, and I think this is the hardest part, approaching people. So this is definitely something I need to develop this year. This is not something I'm used to doing, so I need to work on it. Welcome back, guys. You finished the questions? Hello, Eli. Let me see. The guys are back.
Hi, Bruna.
Hi, how was it?
It was amazing, actually.
Really? You
Mhm.
you had a good time?
Yeah, and a good conversation.
Yeah, no, it's okay. That's good. Welcome back then. I was talking to the guys here in the main room and asking them, I will share with you the question I added here. That is, what character trait or what skill would you like to develop more this year? So I will ask each one of you just to conclude, all right? Eli, share with us, what skill, what trait would you like to develop more this year?
You think in a professional or personal way, or any other?
Both. Let's
Both.
think of
Both. I think being more confident in communication. It's like, okay, I don't agree with you, and I'm gonna show you why. It's not like I don't agree with you, and I don't wanna be afraid to express my opinion about a thing that I do not agree, you know. And I commit this mistake last year, and I was totally uncomfortable about it, and I want to change it in this year. I
that's
think it's
important
gonna
in
be
both areas,
different.
right? In our personal life and the professional life too. I feel you. Very good. Thank you so much for sharing. I couldn't agree more. This is definitely something I'm learning too. So that's great. Thank you. And you, Mel, share with us.
I wrote the same word like confidence about talking English, about my personal life, because for us that we are women, it's very hard to like sometimes speak on a group, or I work in a tech company. So sometimes this is very hard to just talk in a meeting. Sometimes people start talking and you are like, oh no, that's happening again. So I think I need to improve my confidence and change the way that I talk sometimes, because sometimes I'm like too shy or too anxious. And yes, I am anxious, but I don't need to demonstrate that I am anxious.
Maybe control a little bit, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
A lot of therapy.
It takes a lot of time. I feel you, girl. I am really anxious too, and I totally feel you. And I was sharing here in the main room that now that I'm like really like focusing on being a community manager, I need to talk to a lot of people in one-on-one talks, right? Like conversations. And this is my biggest challenge, how to approach people, you know. So this is definitely a skill I want to improve this year, you know. I don't know, be more open to approach and to talk to people, you know. This is my biggest challenge. Welcome back, guys. Murilo and Victor are back. So, guys, I'm asking the guys who are in the breakout room what skill they would like to develop this year. So I'm moving to Felipe, and you, Felipe, share with us.
I think being more confident, as like everyone told before, but in a way that I could speak like more simple and clear that everybody could understood me, and just don't nod and say, okay, just like faking that he understood what I said, but just really understand. And that's my skill I would like to develop in this year.
That's great, and I'm sorry, you know. I think it's definitely like something we need to improve. You know, when we don't understand what someone else said, just say, you know. So, guys, please, if I say something and you don't get it, just say, Bruna, please, can you say it again? Because of course we do it also in our like mother language, but in English I feel it's harder, you know, because we don't know how to say, because like we don't want to offend. So please, if I say something and you don't get, just tell me, okay? Murilo, how was the talk? Share with us, what is the skill you would like to develop? And it's you and Victor then.
It's a lot. It was good connection with him. Yeah.
That's good, right? Like,
I
you
was
are
talking about
okay.
another subject, and it's going to
It's
subject.
okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. How was the talk for you, Victor? So you were talking about something else. No problem.
That was
It's okay.
great. He is a very easygoing guy, and that was a great conversation.
But Victor, share with me, what is the skill you would like to develop this year?
Oh my God, I would like to develop my English.
Skills. Okay, like you've been doing it, right? Attending the immersions and coming here, so you are on the way, right? Very good. Thank you so much, guys. Victor and Murilo were by themselves, were talking a lot. And don't worry, guys, if you are in the immersion and you start like talking about something else, it's okay. All right, no problem at all. Like you don't need to go through the questions or the topic. My connection is bad and we are running out of time. So I sent here in the chat the link for you to send your feedback. You can say if you liked the meeting or not, your complaints, suggestions. It's really important to read your feedbacks. We are focusing this year on reading and trying to bring more improvements. So please share with us. And before we finish, I want to ask Victor Vincenzo, how was your first experience here? Did you like it?
Yeah, it was a lot. We had some deep conversation, right? It was really great. I, as I told, I learned English in 2014, so there was a long time since I had my last conversation in English. So I really enjoyed it. Thank you all, guys.
Thank you so much for being here. You can join us this month. Every immersion is for free. You can just come and join us. Okay, you are more than welcome. And thank you so much, guys. Tonight I'm here at 8 p.m. I'm guiding a meeting about love. So you are more than invited to talk to me about it. Okay, have a great afternoon, a great night, and see you around. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Bruna.
Thank you,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.